Liana was the niece of Jasper's father's current wife, so she got along well with the family during dinner. In contrast, Jasper was the only one with a frown and no appetite. Alice had left with Jonah and taken nothing with her, including the 20 million and the villa.
Where's Alice? Why isn't she joining us for dinner?
Jasper's father, Javier Beckett, asked.
We're divorced. The papers are already signed. We will go through the procedure soon and get a divorce certificate.
Jasper looked down as he answered. Shocked, Javier asked,
Divorce? Why? Javier, I told you Jasper and Alice aren't a good match. Still, your father forced them to get married.
His wife, Sophia Kirkman, couldn't help but sign.
She suffered a lot during these 3 years. It's a good thing for them both that she finally let go. Now they can live their own lives. You know that Jasper has always been in love with Leah. Jasper, marriage isn't child's play. Moreover,
Dad, we've signed the divorce papers. Alice has also left and she didn't take anything with her. Jasper frowned irritatedly.
Wow, the country bumpkin is quite principled.
Jasper's sister, Betty Beckett, sneered.
Don't tell me this is one of her tricks. I hope she doesn't make up the rumors that the Becketts mistreated her.
When Jasper heard this, he became sullen.
Jasper, I think you've acted rashly in this. Your grandfather is still sick. How are you going to explain this to him? Huh?
Javier couldn't hold back his irritation as he was afraid that his father would be outraged by the divorce.
I will publicly announce my marriage with Liana next month.
Liana stared at Jasper's handsome face. The happiness in her eyes was obvious.
Absolute nonsense. How could you abandon your wife of 3 years so casually? Your reputation will be tarnished. I never cared about such things. Alice White was never the woman I wanted to marry.
Jasper's stance was firm, and he couldn't show a hint of regret.
Uncle Javier, please don't blame Jasper. If you have to blame someone, then blame it on me.
Liana leaned on Jasper and said,
It was my fault. I shouldn't have visited. I'll return to Musgravia tomorrow morning. Jasper, you should get back together with Alice. I don't want to be the villain who broke this relationship.
Liana, this has nothing to do with you. Jasper's gaze was fathomless as he said that. Then he took her hand.
There are no feelings between Alice White and me. I've endured it for 3 years. And I'll never run you again.
The night breeze was chilly. Jonah took Elisa to the lake and boarded a yacht to enjoy the beautiful city nightscape. He hoped this would cheer her up.
Jonah, are you trying to torment me?
Elisa looked at the couples around her.
This is a place for couples to date. I wouldn't dare to come to such a place even during normal times.
Really? You can only blame Silas. He prepared the fireworks here. And it'll start at 8. Jonah looked at his watch elegantly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
With a loud explosion, a huge purple firework ignited the sky. All the couples nearby gathered at the deck, and many more came to the shore to watch.
Silas certainly has a terrible taste.
Elisa shook her head, but felt happy in her heart.
Think about the weird gifts you've received in the past. He has improved a lot.
Jonah held his sister's shoulder and gently pulled her into his embrace.
This is not the only gift for you. We've all prepared something, and they're piled up in your room. You're loved by many, so give your love and time to the people worthy of it.
Elisa was touched by his words, and she was on the verge of tears. Right then, a black Maybach stopped outside the crowd. Jasper held Liana's hand as they exited the car. Since it was breezy, Liana hugged Jasper tightly.
Oh my, the fireworks are so pretty! Jasper, look!
Liana displayed her childlike innocence when she was with Jasper, and that was what he loved about her. It differed from Alice White's incomprehensible donuts, which he disliked. In the past 3 years, Alice only had one advantage. She was obedient. But what was the use of that? Jasper didn't love her at all. They walked to the railing. Suddenly, fireworks bloomed together, turning into a line of words in the air that read, "Happy Birthday."
Oh, it's someone's birthday! Who is the lucky person getting such an amazing present?
Liana said in an envious tone. However, Jasper was shocked, and he felt something tugging at his heartstrings. He pursed his lips and thought,
It's Alice White's birthday today. Did Jonah prepare this as a birthday gift for her?
Then a familiar bright voice sounded as a yacht passed in front of them. A man and a woman on its deck. It was Alice and Jonah.
Huh? Isn't that Alice? Who's that guy beside her? He seems familiar, and they both look intimate.
Liana acted naive as she asked this. Jasper felt a sudden burst of anger, and his knuckles turned wide when he grasped the railings tightly. They hadn't officially divorced, and yet Alice was having fun with another man. Why did she cry so pitifully in the afternoon then? After 2 laps around the lake, the yacht stopped by the shore. When the passengers had left, Jonah put an arm around Elisa's waist. Then they got down together.
Alice White.
Elisa froze when she heard that name. She looked back to find Jasper walking toward her. His handsome face still captured her heart. But it was all useless now. Jasper himself had rejected the love she had given him for 13 years, and she couldn't love him anymore.
Who is he?
Jasper's expression was cold and demanding.
Mr. Beckett, you seem to have a poor memory.
Jonah held his sister tightly and smiled.
We've competed in business a couple of times.
Alice White, answer my question. Jasper ignored Jonah and walked closer to her.
Mr. Beckett, we're divorced. What does it have to do with you who he is?
Elisa replied in a cold and arrogant tone. Jasper's expression changed. He couldn't believe the usually obedient Alice would speak to him in such a tone. We haven't officially divorced, yet you're already so eager to cling to another man? How dare Jasper accuse Elisa when he was the one to cheat on her in this marriage? Jonah was furious and was about to hit Jasper. But Elisa stopped him. However, her actions only enraged Jasper.
We haven't officially divorced, yet your first love can't wait to take my place. I didn't say a thing when she replaced me so quickly. What right do you have to stop me from being with another guy?
Elisa's hair fluttered in the wind. Her red lips curled into a smirk. This was the first time he had seen such a beautiful side of her. It was filled with a wildness that was difficult to tame.
What's the matter? Is the ex-husband the only one allowed to get mad while his ex-wife isn't allowed to make a fuss?
Jasper was speechless at her harsh words. At this time, Liana finally caught up. She noticed Jasper still held some sentiment for Alice and stomped her feet angrily. However, she was in heels and she twisted her ankle instead. With that, she fell to the ground.
Oh, Jasper, My ankle hurts.
Only then did Jasper return to his senses and help Liana from the ground. When he turned back, the other couple had disappeared from sight.